Alright, what's up YouTube people? Please forgive me if this is a choppy video and not working very well. It sounds really weird. We'll see. This is odd. Okay. Alright. Let's try this again anyways. Hopefully this have a certain amount of subscribers and whatnot, but I guess that's for mobile. So like the video said, we are I know it's Sunday and it's Memorial Day weekend. We'll probably get nobody here, because that's what we all want to know, right? I know I do. It's been crazy the past few months. I have I've had my truck parked and doing local tanker stuff. Still making decent money, but uh, I'm looking to get my truck back on the road, whether it's me or a driver. So I want to know what the rates are. I've been keeping up on it. And as you all may know, I use Truckers Edge, which is the DAT, aka DAT Loadboard. It's by far has the best tools. When you have the Pro version, um, you can get the average rate for that lane, what it has been paying for the past, I think, couple weeks. So that really doesn't come into play a whole lot. It's hard to kind of justify that. But see, someone's viewing. Let me know if the what the stream is like. I have no idea. This is my first time doing this, so let me know if it's bad or not. But yeah, so let's look into this. Obviously, it's a Sunday, and there's gonna be and it's Memorial Day weekend, so there's gonna be no volume, no. But maybe we can go back a little bit too. Let's search loads. Well, first of all, let's go back to the dashboard. So when you have the Pro version, this is going to be way different during the day, but this is where you'll see the national load counts, as you can see right here. You can select van, standard, flatbed, reefer, Conestoga. We're just going to do van standard, and then that'll give you basically the freight volumes for each state, so you can kind of know where to point your truck. So I mean, the first one is Alaska. Obviously, not much going in, but it's the weekend. But 0 going in, and so 0 trucks going in and 0 loads coming out, needing to come out of there. So let's go to a better one. Arizona, we got 8 trucks going in for basically for the weekend, and they got 36 loads that need to come out, which is today for Sunday, which is on a Monday or Tuesday, you're going to see significantly higher numbers. California, it's been a hot one when you look on here during the week, but so you always want to see a lower amount of trucks in right here and a higher number right here, because you want to see less trucks going in but more loads going out, because that gives us the edge. That give in a normal market, that like this right here, Florida is always bad, but 33 trucks coming in and they got 19 loads that need to move out. So that means that there's going to be 33 guys competing for 19 loads. So what does that do? Supply and demand. Oversupply of trucks and lower demand in loads is going to cause the rates to go down. So that's kind of the gist of that. We're gonna go. Let's search loads. So you click over here on the left hand side, and this is how you search loads. Basically, origin, where you want to start out. So I'm just gonna look in my hometown, Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I'll auto populate that. And this is where you do the deadhead. How far you want to deadhead. Right now, we're just gonna kind of get a average there, 100-mile radius. That's what I'm doing, and then leave the destination open because we want to pull up. So the date, I mean, we could start today, and we'll go to Tuesday, just because there's not going to be much moving on Monday. And so before I hit search, I wanted to say, I know that the volumes are picking up. Like if you were looking last week, the volumes are picking up significantly in some areas of the country, but the rates, they are picking up per se if you base them off of the past month or two. But if you look at the overall picture since last year, even 4, 5, 6 months ago, they don't compare. They're significantly still way too low. And I think as the economy starts getting increasing, and the states continue to be putting workers back to work and unlocking our workforce and everything else, then the factories open up, shippers start producing products, and people start going back to work, then we're going to see a pretty good increase, I think, in not only volume, but then when the volume increases so much and a lot of truckers they have their trucks parked or went out of business, then you're going to see a oversupply of an undersupply of trucks and an oversupply of loads. So then that should make our rates shoot up, because they're not going to be able to, on the spot market, cover all these trucks. Um, so that's what I'm hoping for, and that's what I'm keeping an eye out. I'll probably put my truck back out, but here, let's do a search in Grand Rapids. So this is what it looks like when you do a search from the origin you're looking. Obviously, right now sucks, but right here I pulled up 613 total results and 70 exact. So 613, they give you like a larger deadhead, but 70 exact loads from today till Tuesday, from Grand Rapids, Michigan to anywhere within a 100-mile radius. So that's kind of crappy, but I've seen better, I've seen worse. So right up here is how I know how, let's see, offer. If you click that, it'll give you results based on the highest offer, I believe. That's how you do it. Let me see here. Yeah, I think that's how you do that. See, I'm used to doing it on the app, to be honest with you. So this is kind of new to me too. But if you wanted to select any of these, it would prioritize your search, what it pulls up based on that. So this is like, by clicking this, the offer button right here, basically prioritizes my search based on the highest offer that they have out there, basically giving me only the ones with offers from the highest amount down to the lowest. I like to do that always, just as a first kind of search option, so that I can see what I'm working with, see what, sometimes that kind of filters out all the crap. I mean, and now they have this option where you can book now, and you click that and it immediately takes you to their site, Circle Logistics, and then you can enter your US DOT number, your email address. They check your credentials. If you're good to go, you can book it at that rate, or I think you can negotiate it. So that they're stepping up a little bit. It's not quite as easy as Uber Freight, where you literally tap a button or and book the load, or JB Hunt, where you tap a button and you're pretty much booked. But they're getting there. But yeah, I mean, if you look at this load that we were looking at with the book now, it's for Tuesday. So the day, 700 right here is a trip, 726 miles. It's van load, 53 foot, 17,000 pounds. So it's light, full truckload. This tells you the credit score and the DTP. But right here, 1,050 is their offer they're putting out for 726 miles. So I mean, I'm not the greatest at math. That's horrible. I know what is it? Like $1.30 or something. 1,050 divided by 723. Agreed. All right. $1.45 a mile. And see, this is what I was talking about in one of my earlier videos. It's just not worth it for me to leave home making $1.40 a mile, because I know wherever I'm going to go, it's going to not be paying that well, either. So just, you're going to be running on an average for about that rate. And I mean, you're just not very profitable at that point. But I mean, I think like a couple weeks ago, they wanted you to go 726 miles for $800, dollar a mile. This one, New Era, Michigan, it's posted 11 minutes ago. It's pick up on May 26th, which is Tuesday, I believe. It's going from New Era, Michigan, which is north of me about an hour, and then going to Haines City, Florida, which I believe is Miami, and paying $12.81. It's 1,281 miles, 41,000 pounds. It's Transfix, the broker, paying offering $1,800. So let's go to our handy dandy calculator, even though we know it's trash. Just kind of like to know exactly what it's paying. Divided by 1,281. $1.40 a mile. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, I was seeing like $1 a mile a couple weeks ago. So like I said, it is improving, and as the volumes pick up, it is going to get better. But I'm doing this every day, paying attention to my market. And once I see my market come back to normal, then I'll jump in. But the thing is I know it's not time until this. I mean, just 6 months ago, this was 3,000. Right, and it should be. You're going to the worst market. I mean, right now they might have produce going on, but still, and we'll do a search there too, because that's another thing I do when I'm running off the spot market. Is I'll do a search from where I am, and then before I book that load, I'll go to Haines City, Florida search, and I'll see, what. First of all, I'll go to the dashboard and look at Florida and what it's like as far as the truck to load ratio, and see if it's a competitive market, which I know Florida is never, rarely. But just to get an idea of what I'm putting my truck into, and then I'll get an idea of what kind of load I can get coming out of there. And if I even find another load right then, I may book it based on that. Book both of them. Sometimes you get things that happen, and you can't make it, and then you have to cancel the next load. So sometimes I just wait till I'm getting close and I know it's time to start looking for another load. But at least I know before I were to book this load, I know by doing my research, knowing that Haines City, Florida, I'm not going to be able to find a good paying load. So therefore, I also usually base my rate to the broker on that. So a lot of the times I won't take a load to Florida, but I have. And I mean, just last year I was doing this load, exact same load pretty much, actually even north of there, for like, I did it for $3,500, uh, so that's how bad the market is right now, which with the pandemic, the supply and demand, it's quite hard to, not understand why it's like that. But I mean, when you have all these factories that make up a big part of these shippers on these spot market load boards closed down for a couple months or a month and not producing anything, the couple large house shippers that are still active and producing and working are able to take advantage of this market and cut their shipping costs by cutting the rate, so that's kind of what happens. But that'll change unless this pandemic gets worse and we get like a wave 2. But yeah, just literally, I did 3,200 was the last one from Michigan to West Palm Beach, which is probably like 100 miles north, maybe even more. But let's just do this. But yeah, 290, and that's about what I got going down to Florida just 6 months ago, 5 months ago. So all right, now let's Yeah, so I'm not seeing anything else really. It's all pretty much the same. I'm seeing they're trying to do $1.40. 1,100. They're paying, so from Ludington, Michigan to St. Gabriel, Louisiana. It's 1,131 miles. They're offering 1,600 bucks. Let me guess, it's by, yeah, $1.40. Which again, so I'm seeing them. They're trying to pay $1.40 a mile basically to come out of Michigan. And just 6 months ago, we were looking at $2 a mile ish. Go to Louisiana for sure. So now so just to go. Well, I don't really want to do a search, but so let's say I'm interested in this load. It was normal times. I'd call this broker. I'd try to get at least. Well, I'd try to get at least 2,200, 2,400. But then I want to look at St. Gabriel, Louisiana. So I do a new search and go up in here. St. Gabriel, Louisiana. Anywhere. And that would be, let's just say the 27th, which I probably won't get there until then. And we'll do a search from the 27th, 28th. We're searching this as if I'm going to deliver that load from Michigan to Louisiana. And so we get 33 exact. Obviously, these numbers are very low because, again, it's Sunday, it's Memorial Day weekend, and they haven't posted many loads because of holidays. And anyways, let's see, like Geismere, Louisiana to Fairhope, Alabama. 220 miles, 45,000 pounds, $475. Which, yeah, that's $2 a mile, but for the lower trips, you always, especially from, well, I guess not always from Louisiana, but you need to ask for at least 700 bucks. I mean, not really worth it to take something like that because you're wasting a whole day for $475 when you could just take a longer trip route and make a lot more. So yeah, they don't have any higher offers than that. So basically, you have to call them and see. But oh yeah, one other thing, when you have the pro version, I forgot to go over this. So let's say I booked that load. I'm in Louisiana, looking at this load from Louisiana, Arcadia, Florida, which I would obviously want a good rate because you're going into Florida, and then to come out of Florida, you're going to get $1 a mile if you're lucky. Shoot, I don't even know what it is now. Maybe we'll look. I know I believe their produce season is, I can't remember when, but yeah, if you look over to the right hand side right here, this is the advantage of having the pro version. You get the 15-day average, which again, right now, I wouldn't go by this. I wouldn't even use that. I would simply go by what you used to get like 6 months ago or before all this. And I would use that and screw whatever the broker says because they'll be like, well, we've been moving this load for 1,500 bucks easily. So and when they do that, you can say, well, I don't know what stupid person is doing that. They obviously don't care about their business because, for one, that's not very profitable, and for two, the 15-day average between all the brokers who post loads and trucks who book loads is 1728. But yeah, I wouldn't. I would want $2,000 for that load, so that's what I would try to get. But you can, and then you're not that far off, even off the current 15-day average, which is shit basically, because of the pandemic. But I'd want 2,000, and in typical times I would want 2,300 to go there. But now let's go to Arcadia, Florida, which I believe is Orlando. So let's do a new search, and that would be on 29th. For the 29th. got offers. What they got? Fort Myers, yeah, that's another thing. When you leave Florida, the best place to go is north, or a lot of people deadhead out of there up to like some go all the way up to Atlanta, or I used to like Port Wentworth. That's quite far, or Jacksonville at least. But the whole point was to go into Florida for like $3 a mile, and then you can justify doing either deadheading out of there or taking a load for $1 a mile to get out of there to a better market that you can get a normal rate, and then it averages out pretty well. Actually, you do pretty well when you do that. Yeah, so I'm actually surprised to see the 15-day average leaving Fort Myers, Florida. Well, no, it's going to New Jersey. So then you got all the traffic, all the tolls, and blah, 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 which I don't go over there. But for those of you who do, I mean, you can make better money doing that, going into Florida for 3 a mile in normal markets and going up to New Jersey. And a lot of guys do, but Florida to California's $1 a mile. Oh, look at $450. What is it? Oh, it must be a partial. Yeah, it's a partial. I don't care. I mean, you could. Let's see what it is from Tampa to Dublin, Georgia. 15-day average is 450. 340. Yeah, so that's pretty much what it always is. What is it to South Carolina? $1 a mile. I mean, we already know it was going to be bad. Yeah, there's only 8 exact loads coming out of Florida for the day I put in. Obviously, again, it's Sunday, so different deal there. Wow. Yeah, there isn't nothing coming out of there. What else can we search? YouTube is. Yeah, I'm sorry if this video is horrible. I got to figure out this whole YouTube streaming stuff. I had to get a special software, and I'll have to figure it out. But so please forgive me if you're watching and this is horrible. But that I'm probably not going to do any more searches tonight. That's pretty much what you get with DAT Truckers Edge Pro. It's definitely the most handiest that I've used. I mean, I enjoy other like Uber Freight and JB Hunt, but it's all about getting the best rate for your truck, and they definitely provide you the right options to be able to negotiate the best rates. And the biggest thing is that 15-day average thing I showed you guys, and this national load count helps you kind of between those two things kind of know what you're getting into and what because you don't want to be an ass or sound like an idiot to the broker. You want to know you want to your stuff, and you want to be able to sound somewhat professional and know that you're not going to take their shit, and you're not going to take shit loads or cheap loads. And most of them don't even care. A lot of them kind of ruthless, but they got a job to do too, and it is what it is. Some of them are out just to make money, but that's what I'm seeing. Hopefully I'll start doing more of these live so we can consistently keep track of the market. And as I get my truck back out there, as the market gets better, then hopefully I'll be able to do some of these too, to keep up on the market. And for those of you who don't have this DAT Truckers Edge Pro, you can get it in the link in my description on pretty much any of my videos, and you get 30 days free. I think they have some other promotion going on too. I'd have to check. I can't remember. But yeah, you get 30 days free if you sign up through my link, and it basically just helps both of us out. And if you like it, keep it. And then I think I pay like 90 or $100 a month. And when the truck's running, it 100% pays for itself because, you have, what they call it, the edge. You understand, the market, what to negotiate, you get better rates, and your truck gets better rate per mile, keeps your cost per mile, I guess, well, the cost per mile is fixed, I guess, in a way. So, but it keeps your rate per mile up there in a better range where you're making more money to the truck. So definitely a good software to have. Highly recommend it, and you can get it anywhere you want. You can, just go online and get it, or you can get it through my link. But I'll be doing more of these videos, and I hope you guys are staying profitable, staying safe, keeping away from that COVID, and enjoying your Memorial Day weekend. We'll talk to you later. Peace. Or you're making more money to the truck. So definitely a good software to have. Highly recommend it.